Hi everyone, my name is Abbie Hopkin. I'm a student at the University of Utah and I'm a sophomore this year. And I am studying elementary education and I'm really excited about it. For this semester, I had the opportunity to volunteer at Hillcrest High School. It's in Cottonwood Heights, and my cousin is actually a teacher there. Her name's Natalie. She teaches physical education and lifetime fitness. So that was a new experience for me. I'd never been able to work in a physical education class, and it was really cool. About 50% of the students at Hillcrest are English language learners. Let's see, so the classroom setup. Every day the students would start out either in one of the gyms or in the weight room, and they'd get to do a warm-up, and then they'd either stay in that gym or go outside and do a workout or learn a new sport. So that was fun. I was able to work with a lot of different kids and meet some new kids, which was really cool. So some of the things I got to do to help out Natalie, I would help her with attendance. I'd take attendance and assign the kids daily points. They get points for participation and dressing for gym and coming to class, obviously. I also got to help do some preparations for the volleyball team. My cousin's the coach of the volleyball team, so that was fun, and just helping organize her class. And then also I was able to do journal checks for her. So before class starts, each of the students have a journal where they answer questions about things they've learned about in past classes, and also their exercise and healthy eating habits and how they're doing on those types of things. So I was able to correct those journals and read some things that the kids were saying and make sure they were staying on task and getting done what they needed to. So for my first spoken example, this happened, I think it was in probably the second week that I was in Natalie's class. So I was just in her office, and the kids had already gone and started the class, and Natalie was in there with them. And one of the girls in her class actually came late to school, and she came into the office and she was looking for the class, and she said, "Do you know where are they?" And I said, but I obviously understood what she said. She was looking for the class, and I told her that they were in the gym and she just needed to go change into her gym clothes. So just the way that she organized her words, the syntax was off there, but I understood what she was saying, and I was able to answer her question for her. But yeah, just her organization of the words was off, but I knew what she was saying. The second spoken example happened, this was my fourth week in the class. I was just walking through the halls, and I walked past a class where they were speaking only Spanish. There were two students out in the hall with a teacher, and they seemed to be almost arguing, but obviously I couldn't understand what they were saying, but their tone and the way they were acting almost seemed like they were arguing. But I thought that was really interesting because at my high school I never really had an experience like that where there was a classroom that they were only speaking another language in. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So yeah, for my written example, this happened when I was doing the journal checks for the students in Natalie's class. So one week, they were talking about healthy eating habits and how they were doing on those habits. So one student said, "I eat fruits and vegetables today." So obviously I knew what they were saying. They were trying to say they ate fruits and vegetables today. Sometimes they didn't go too into detail with their journal checks, but I'm going to assume that they were eating healthy. So the only thing they messed up on here was by saying they eat fruits and vegetables rather than they ate fruits and vegetables. So they were a little confused on the past and present tense, which in this case they should have been using past tense since they were writing in their journals about something that happened to them in the past. But obviously, this is a very simple mistake and something that can be easily fixed, but there were actually a couple instances I had reading those journals where I noticed they had used the incorrect tense of a certain verb, but honestly, they were all doing a great job, and I really loved just being able to read those journals and see how far they've come in learning how to organize words correctly and use the correct verb tenses, and yeah, overall it was a really great experience, and I loved being able to work at Hillcrest.